Why Korea's scientist doesn't win Nobel Prizes. What Korea needs most are young scientists unafraid to challenge authority. Every October brings an uncomfortable moment for Korea's scientific community. When Nobel Prize winners are announced, Korean scientists are absent once again. The disappointment is sharper when, as this year, two Japanese researchers win. Media coverage immediately filled with comparisons such as 0 to 27, contrasting the number of Nobel laureates from Korea and Japan, and questioning why Korea still has not produced a Nobel Prize in Science. More than a decade ago, a National Assembly committee chair even scolded officials, saying they should kneel before the public for failing to produce a laureate. Korea's fascination with the Nobel Prize has long been intense. In 1985, KBS aired a special series titled Challenge for the Nobel Prize. I was invited to explain the quantum Hall effect experiment, which earned the Nobel Prize in Physics. When asked whether Korea could win a Nobel for such work, I replied without hesitation, impossible. Korea lacked the ultra-low temperature, high magnetic field equipment needed for such experiments. 40 years later, however, the environment had changed dramatically. Korean researchers now have access to most advanced instruments, so the lack of equipment is no longer an excuse. In terms of papers and citations, Korea's basic science research now appears comparable to Japan's. According to Clarivate's 2024 list of the world's most influential researchers, 75 are Korean and 78 Japanese. Yet the gap in history remains critical. Japan's Riken Institute, a government-funded center dedicated to basic research, was founded in 1917, while Korea's Institute for Basic Science, IBS, created to serve a similar purpose, opened only in 2011. Because Nobel-caliber discoveries often take 30 to 40 years to mature and be recognized, this difference in institutional history matters. Japan's heavy investment in basic science during its economic boom from the 1970s to the 1990s is now bearing fruit, producing 22 Nobel laureates since 2000. Korea, which began serious investment in basic research only in the 2000s, still lacks that accumulation of time.